All right. So, oh, my screen share. The usual screen as always. Um, a bit of a tough schedule today. 1 hour for the AMA today. We will quickly go over the fundamentals for the people which are new or just curious about the project. And then we can talk about some other important things and also some questions which we did receive in the chat prior to the AMA. So let's just straight dig into it because we are a bit short on time today. So starting with the fundamentals. With BanerksDream, our BanerksDream is our token, our business. We do have a tax applied for every, literally every transaction, buy, sells, transfers. You will have a 15% buy tax, 15% sell tax. Important part here, we could not sustain the project without the tax. Now this is important because sometimes people ask us, oh, why can't we drop the tax to 1% or 2%? Would not be possible to do this. 8% of the tax are used for BUSD reflections. This means that our contract is collecting 8% of every buy and every sell in Banks tokens. It is collecting the tokens until a certain threshold in our current contract. So the threshold right now is at 150 billion tokens collected. Once this amount is reached, the contract will do a contract sell with the next sell appearing. The threshold is pretty balanced right now, so it is not having a huge impact on the chart at all. But it is needed in another way around. We would not be able to have BUSD rewards. The way this works, so in Dextools you will see either 3 or 4 cells in a row appearing of the contract itself. 3, if for example I am triggering the contract by just selling one bank, because a one bank cell is simply too small to appear in Dextools, or 4 cells in a row if a normal cell is triggering the contract. Once the contract cell is done, the contract starts to distribute the BUSD reflections. So you will see, need to be patient, a little bit patient there. With every transaction happening, roughly 4 to 8 holders will receive the BUSD rewards. Just sit back, relax. No need to do anything here. You will receive the BUSD rewards. Definitely. The contract is working perfectly fine. 4% of the tax are used for marketing and our fund. 2% are used for a manual buyback and burn. And 1% is automatically added into liquidity. So for the buyback and burn, we are constantly buying back and burning the tokens and shortening the supply over time. Just one thing again, don't ask for any buybacks. We are buying back constantly, like on a constant base, and then we are gathering the tokens to then proceed to burn them. All right, this for the tax. It's pretty straightforward, but as you can see, if we go through the tax in detail, we could not maintain our business as it is without a tax applied. So let's take a look at the actual goals of BanerksDream. So the main goal is and will always be passive income. This is like our main goal, our dedication. We want to generate passive income through many, many different sources. The first source right now at this time are the actual BUSD rewards. Just be aware of the fact that a simple reward token is not able to sustain itself. You are always dependent on the trade volume with a reward token. You are always dependent. So let's say it is kind of a Ponzi scheme. With a reward token. Just Give me a second. Ah, all right. Kind of a Ponzi scheme. If you wouldn't add any additional utility into the project. Yeah, this is a very, very important part. Also for other investments, because a reward token is nothing new in the crypto space. Yeah, there are a lot of many different other reward tokens out there. Just be aware of the fact if there is basically no utility added, then it would be kind of a Ponzi scheme. That's why we have been looking, like part one, we need to create additional income sources, very important part here. And step two, we need to get independent of our token, which is seems very simple, but in the end it is a very important step. So the main goal is to create income sources for passive income which are not dependent on our trade volume, which are not affected by our own market cap. Now, these are very important parts here. And this is, for example, why we created Bankers Whale Fund. This is our main utility. We will take a look at the fund in detail in a second. But then we will additionally add a lot of different things over time into the ecosystem. There are things going around, so I will go a little bit into some questions which we had before the AMA, because some people simply needed to go to sleep. For example, the Launchpad. Yeah, people are aware in our roadmap. We have been starting the development on the Launchpad already. Be aware, part of the development process is also adding different ideas, mapping out the ideas into a structure, like kind of a structure, and then checking out from the technical side, which is the easiest way to basically do everything. If we are talking of a launchpad, yeah, so for the people which are not aware, what is a launchpad? A launchpad is basically something like Pink Sale or DX Sale. So a upcoming project, crypto project, can basically list on the launchpad and then get ready, collect BNBs, for example, on the Binance Smart Chain for the launch. Yeah, there are a lot of different launchpads out there. Like the biggest one right now, the most used one is definitely Pink Sale. Then there's also the X Sale, which is also very well known in the BSC space, for example. So if we are talking about a launchpad, we are not talking about, let's say, for example, just forking PancakeSwap. Now, this is not what we are talking about. If we are talking about a launchpad, like AJ did write it in the chat already before, we want to create, so part one, there is this security aspect. So basically right now, if you wanted to create a literal scam token, you could simply do so and launch through, for example, Pink Sale. This is like the bad thing coming into crypto with the freedom in the crypto space. It's like basically like the Wild West right now in the crypto space. So part one, there is this security reason, because basically no one is really making a background check for the project. Yeah, is this legit, or just making the chance higher that the project is actually legit. So we are all aware that a lot of scams are going around in the crypto space. So this is part one, which we are working on. Yeah, this includes in-house KYC, in-house audits. This is a lot to do for a launchpad. So also be aware that it is not like 2 weeks of work, 2 weeks of development, and then we are ready to launch the launchpad. Yeah, this is not possible. It would be possible if we would simply go and fork something. Like a fork is a, you could say, copy of an existing launchpad. Of course, this would be very simple to do so. Yeah, basically just creating a fork and then launching with, like a little bit of a difference, but basically you see a lot of similar launchpads out there. The only difference in the launchpads are basically, yeah, stuff like the names, yeah, or something else. We want to provide a safer way for investors. Now, this includes a lot more work before a project can actually list for a launch on our launchpad. And additionally, it's also a lot of, let's say, background managing. Yeah, because right now, if you would really, really want to scam someone, but you still want to appear as a legit project, the easiest way to do so would be a KYC. Yeah. Because basically, like for our KYC, for example, I gave my passport information and everything, which basically reveals my identity to Interfi. And I had to make a video just for a check if I'm really who I am saying to be. But in the end, it is also for a KYC. I could, like, honestly, you could just go out there, pay someone to do the KYC, to give all his information out there, and you would have a sort of a fake KYC. This is hard to handle this security breaches in the crypto space. Yes, since it is naturally a very anonymous space. We are aware there are a lot of fully doxed teams, but still there are a lot of projects out there which are still scamming with a full docs. Yeah, some projects are even faking full doxes and stuff like this. This is something we want to make it a little bit more secure for the investors. Yeah, so it is harder for a project to actually be able to launch on our launchpad in the future. But then additionally, once you did build a reputation for a, let's not say 100% safe place, because from my opinion it is very, very hard to create a 100% safe space in the crypto space if you're taking a look at a launchpad. But then again, if you have the reputation that you are basically launching or providing the launch for legit projects, then you will see a lot of people actually investing through the launchpad, which is a very, very important part here. But then again, not easy to fulfill this task. Then there's basically other things we are taking a look into. So as you are aware, we are doing a lot with the actual real world. We want to implement a lot of the real world things into our project. And for example, with the Swiss event, this is basically a live event in Zug in Swiss for the people which are not aware. And we are basically meeting a lot of like investors, a lot of company owners and stuff like this, which might be interested in a investment or a partnership into our token. So this is a very, very interesting event happening in March. But then again, we want to like build a bridge between the spaces. And for a launchpad, there was the idea that we as a launchpad provide the tokenization for real world companies. So let's just give an example. Amazon, for example, they have shares. People can buy their shares. It's part of the company. So they actually own a part of the company of Amazon itself. You could make a similar thing through tokenization in the crypto space. Of course, a lot of, I would say, companies are not using this method at the moment. And this is something we want to take a look into with a launchpad, for example. Just giving the opportunity through our launchpad for companies to actually do the tokenization. But then again, there's a lot of background work you would need to do. Yeah, you would need to provide legal solutions for the company. You need to provide for the actual investors a way that it is interesting to actually buy the tokenization of a certain company. Yeah, there are many, many different things. And that's why we are saying we are not simply forking something. Yeah, we are taking deeper looks into all that stuff. And then we try to implement many, many different ideas. Yeah, because just pumping out the next launchpad, which is the usual launchpad in the crypto space, it won't help at all. Yeah, it won't help unless you're creating a lot of hype with the project itself. But then again, it's very hard to compete with the existing very big launchpads. Yeah, if you are not adding something very unique to your launchpad. And this is our approach we are having. Yeah, with, for example, the launchpads. Just as a little bit of background information. So yes, the development in the case of idea finding, looking for a way to make this idea possible, yeah, and how to implement it from the technical side. These are the things we are doing right now at the moment. But if you take a look at our roadmap, it is like more towards the end of this year with the launchpad. And right now we are working on very important other things. So of course, we as a project, as a business, we need to revamp basically everything. Yeah, so we will have a new website in roughly 2.5 weeks. Yeah, just take in notice a new website isn't done in just simply one day. We will have a complete new debt system. Yeah, this debt system includes a swap. So not a router swap as PancakeSwap is. This is a whole different part. It is our own swap. So basically, if you click on buy, you will be on something like, if you're buying on PancakeSwap, yeah, something like this. It looks, yeah, very, very similar to this part. But still you're buying directly from PancakeSwap, but through our own swap. Yeah, this just gives a lot better user experience, and it makes it a lot easier for the people which are new in the crypto space. So this is implemented in the dApp, or will be implemented also roughly in two weeks. It should be done 2.5 weeks. A complete new dashboard claim system as for our reward dashboard, and a complete new fund display. So this fund display is actually like the biggest part of this whole development thing. We will have a fund display, yeah, pretty similar to CMC. Not similar, but from the appearance, from the style, yeah, with a live chart, we will be able to implement detailed informations for the projects we actually invested on. So you can think of something kind of a ad space for the actual projects. And yeah, this is a very, very big development there. Yeah, looking a lot into data storage and data fetching and this stuff. But then again, a live chart implemented. Basically something you would expect from an investment company if you would take a look at their different funds. Yeah, so if you're taking a look at the fund, you would see a live chart. Yeah, not always, but you might be able to take a look at the single positions in the fund. And this is the thing we are doing right now. So all of this will be, of course, the actual style of the dApp will be fitting to the style of the new website. Yeah, the new logo will be used there and all of this stuff. Doing this right now, getting ready for the live event in Zug, because in Zug we need to present ourselves, the business. We need to present the business from a very, very serious side. Not as much as I love, for example, our, let's call him just Monopoly banker. Yeah, our logo we had with this, yeah, Monopoly-like banker. We all love him, But then again, if you are looking to register as a company in Swiss and then have a meeting with very, very serious investors there and potential partnerships with real companies there, then you need to change things up in the project. Yeah, because they will not invest into a memeish approach. Yeah. As much as we love it, but still we we will always keep this flair we have or we had also in the past. Yeah, this is undeniable. We will keep this flair always. But then again, we need to revamp a lot of stuff, getting to a very, very serious side. So this is something you can look forward to. Yeah, a lot of things will be changing. Also in the dApp, of course, there will be this voting system included. So I just talked to the dev again, and I will talk to him again after the AMA. That's why I'm a bit short on time, because we are right now mapping everything out, planning everything, and actually starting the development. Because development is also something, yeah, we need a little bit of a buffer because things can go wrong if you are testing, if you are trying out the things like all the back-end testing and all that stuff or front-end stuff. Yeah, it needs to work 100%, especially right before Zug. So this is something you could or you can really look forward to. You will see a lot of things changing into a very serious approach for the business. All right, background knowledge. This was like a little bit more of in-depth background knowledge for the token, for the business, and for the goals also. So one thing I maybe missed, I think I missed to say this. So if we implement something like a launchpad, for example, there will always be fees taken from us or from the project, which they are paying us. So they are able to launch on our launchpad. The way our ecosystem works or will work in the future is that the holders will always receive their cut of the actual fees. Yeah, so these are the real passive income sources there. Yeah, because we are creating something of value. Other businesses actually see value in using our service. They are paying for our service. And then, of course, the holders will receive their cut of the payment. This is how you create a very sustainable source of income, a very sustainable, income or a very sustainable ecosystem from the income side. But then again, you need to be unique. You need to have a serious approach to be very, how would you say, to be very attractive for other businesses. Yeah. So we are not looking at this from like the crypto perspective, because the crypto space is a little bit different than the usual business sphere, I would say. We are taking more a approach of a very serious business, and we want to connect crypto and the actual real world. Yeah, we want to bring the value to real world companies, to real world investors, which haven't been looking at crypto at all, because a lot of people, which I know, for example, from my clients, I'm working as a financial advisor still. So a lot of my clients, which are investing a lot of money into shares or something like this, they are not into crypto, because basically for them, crypto is gambling. Yeah, this is how they look at crypto. Of course, we all know it is not if you are investing into a good project with good utility, good plans in the future and stuff like this, yeah, especially if you're investing in, yeah, let's say something like Bitcoin or Ethereum, yeah. Of course, they are very, very volatile, but still, I would not consider them gambling. But this is the way the world out there, like the very serious world out there, or a lot of them, are actually looking at crypto. And this is like exactly the point in which you need to attack from the DeFi side, yeah, of crypto. So for all of this decentralized finance, this is like the point you need to attack on. In terms of token burns, how many tokens can we expect to be burned? And could you give us a rough figure for number of tokens in circulation in the future? Hard to say, because as you know, we are using the buyback as a actual burn tool. Let's say it this way. So if the price rises a lot, then of course we cannot buy back trillions and trillions of tokens with our buyback. So this is a very tough question. The longer we are, for example, in this lower market cap parts, then you can expect a lot more tokens to be burned. Yeah, but then again, there is no number we figured out. We said, all right, this will be a process which is not stopping, just working constantly on shortening the supply overall. Hope I could answer this one, Blaine. Harish, yeah, as AJ said, yeah, we got some very tough questions already from AMAs we took, so I don't think you will surprise me here. But I'm looking forward. Maybe there's a question which I haven't seen already. All right. Until the question is out, we will start to take a look at the first utility, which is also a very, very unique part of our approach to the DeFi space, our approach to crypto, and also for investors, a very, very unique way of investing. Yeah. So we have a fund, Bankers Whale Fund. All right, give me a second. Why the project BanerksDream doesn't provide confidence doesn't provide. All right, I get the question. To work on it full time. Very simple. We could, honestly, we could work on it full time. Now you need to take in consideration, we have the marketing wallet. So basically roughly the half of the marketing wallet is used for the fund. We could pay ourselves the money needed to go full time. But then again, this would leave the business, the project, with a lot less money, which we are then able to spend on development, on marketing, and all of that different stuff. Because I think people tend to confuse sometimes. Yes, we have been hitting 12.5 million market cap. Now we are sitting at roughly 3 million market cap. And people sometimes automatically think, all right, this is sitting at 3 million market cap. So they are making $20,000 per week in the marketing wallet. This is not true, basically. This is, just simply not true, I can tell you. So if I wanted to give you a rough figure, since the volume surge we had, before the very big pump we had until 12.5 million market cap, and until now we made, let's say roughly, just to give a rough estimate, so roughly 120 BNBs in the marketing wallet. A lot of it was used on marketing already. A lot of it was used for giveaways. Yeah, also keep this in mind. Like the giveaways we made with the buying raffle and the biggest buy competition, all of this stuff. This was a lot of money we have been giving out there, like a serious amount of money, because we basically made them the 24 hours, 48 hours. Yeah, this was a very short time frame, and we have been pumping out thousands of dollars there, literally. Also take in mind things like a CMC listing, a CG listing, especially if you run into issues as we had, for getting listed as untracked at first. Hard, because it's very, very, very expensive then, I can tell you. And also to give you a rough figure, for example, for the development we start today, like today, the website we are doing ourselves, so we do not have to pay it actually, since we have our software developer on the team. But for the whole blockchain part, because it is basically too much work for a too short time frame to actually complete in a very short time, yeah, we are paying like estimated of $13,000. This is again a big chunk of money we are putting out there. We wouldn't be able if we had been going full time here. Let's say, for example, two people going full time. Okay, I can also this is this is no secret, but I would need, like personally, yeah, I'm not living a very luxurious life, yeah, but I have a little kid, I have my wife, I have my house to pay. Yeah, I'm not finished with the payment of the house yet because I basically bought it last year, yeah. So to be able to live my normal life without having a job, I would need at least, yeah, let's say at least, and this is before tax and health insurance and all of that different stuff hits, I would need at least $5,000 a month, at least. And then again, take into consideration, we could do it. It wouldn't be a problem. Yeah, we in a month we are making this money even with lower volume. But then again, this would leave us in a spot in which the project would have a hard time. Because where should we take the money from then to use for development, for marketing? Marketing is very expensive. I can also tell you this one. So this is more a decision not from the possibility, but more of a decision what is the best thing for the project, for the business itself. And right now this is the best way to maintain development. As you can see, we are still very, very active here. Yeah. I can tell you I'm putting in more work hours than I'm putting in at my day job for the project. And basically not taking a day off, which is not bad. Yeah, we are looking at this as from a startup perspective. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah, as Jack Sparrow said here, once the reserve is gone, like my personal money reserve or from the team, other team, personal money reserve, yeah, then the pressure, especially if you have a family and especially if you have to pay the house, otherwise you're getting kicked out and the bank actually just takes your house away. Um, it would not be good for for me myself, yeah. It would not be good for, I think my like that relationship. I married her already. It would not be good for the relationship between me and my wife. Um, yeah, this is something you do not want to put yourself in as a position. Yeah, this is a sustainable way because from the work hours there's actually no problem. Of course, this is exhausting sometimes. Yeah, meetings are long, AMAs are long every day. Yeah, this is nothing we take as bad because we are looking at this from a startup side. Yeah, so a startup, or if you are trying or building a company and are in the progress of it, you will always see yourself having crazy work hours. Yeah, and if you do not put in crazy work hours, you either are very, very lucky that it went all right from the start, or you would run into a serious problem over time. I hope I could give you a little bit of insight. Yeah, we are able, like honestly, this is just honest answer. Yeah, we are able, but then again, for example, in the marketing wallet right now are sitting roughly, let's say 55 BNB, something like this. We are taking a big chunk out again for the development cost of the whole debt system. Yeah, because it is needed, and you will see it is worth every penny is worth to invest there. And then again, take a notice, we need to do this to get ready for the other stuff, yeah, Zug. Because Zug actually can be a game changer. Like honestly. See the invitation list? Maybe we are able to share it at some point. Um, it could be a game changer. All right. Don't worry, Harish. Yeah, I don't get the question wrong. It is a legit question. Always feel free to ask, but as you can notice, yeah, there's no problem from our side to share any information or stuff like this. Perfect. What? Good morning, mate, with an unspeakable name. Crypto Hound. I will just leave away the first part. Either I'm missing something or it is very hard to pronounce actually. Um, I have stopped the Putin live speech. Oh, is Putin actually speaking live right now? Um, if someone is following the speech, like on the side, and there's news getting dropped which are interesting, please write them in the chat so I do not have to look them up afterwards. All right. So let's get back to the fund. Yeah. Because the fund is a very unique part of our business. The strategy is very simple. Like honestly, it's very simple. Part of the tax from the marketing wallet is allocated into fund investments. We as a team, we are vetting the investments. This does not mean that the investment we said this is nice, or this is safe, yeah, that they are 100% safe or are creating 100% profit in the future. Yeah, we are no fortune tellers. Yeah, the way we want to provide is that with the vetting process, we want to give a secure option for the actual fund investment, because in the end, the community decides if the investment should be added or the fund should be making the investment itself. Yeah. A very simple, basic way. There are just some little twists to it. For point one, we are looking for long-term investments. So basically, we are not only holding 8 weeks with the fund. Yeah, we are actually looking for long-term holdings, like many years. Yeah. But again, be aware, in the crypto space, 1 year could be 10 years. Yeah. Yes. EA EarnHub seemed legit, but total bust. Won't win them all, but I trust this team's chat. Yes, this is literally the point. For example, EarnHub. Yeah, this seemed as a very good project with, from what they have been building so far and what they had in the planning, was a very nice project. But then again, it could turn out to be a total bust. Yeah, as Jake said there. This is something very important note here. But this is also the reason why a fund is so helpful in the crypto space. Yeah, because for the fund itself, yeah, since we are not allocating like 90% of the whole fund into one project, yeah, this would be not a good way of investing. um, it has a lot of different possibilities to participate in a lot of different parts of the crypto space, and in the future also to maybe build a bridge between the real world and the actual crypto space. But just be aware, even the vetted projects, yeah, I can't stress this enough, we consider them safe from the team side and from the project side itself. But then again, we are still in the crypto space, yeah, and we are no fortune tellers. Yeah, this I have to tell you. All right, making a historical speech. Mr. Positive EarnHub is or was a project which we invested on or decided to invest as a community with the fund. But basically, so I will just tell the official story. A staking pool of them got hacked, and yeah, basically their liquidity got drained because they have been able to, or the hacker have been able to get out all the tokens of the staking pool and then drain the liquidity. Yeah. Just sticking to the official story here. We should be getting some sort of refund by tomorrow. Yes, yes. Actually, taking a look there because we should be getting a refund. Definitely. Yes, it got hacked. Sadly. All right. So in the end, keep this in mind. The community will decide um, which investment should be added. Just also if you do a suggestion, there are this things which are important. The team needs to see the long-term potential. We want to see from the team side it is not about the whole doxing or KYC thing, yeah, because we actually try to reach out to the team, especially on early projects or ICOs. We try to talk with the team, we try to get confident with them, we try to get into like video calls with them, and then we can decide if we consider it safe from the team side. But then again, cannot give 100% certainty that it is safe. Yeah, it's very hard in the crypto space. Yes. And it needs to create, if we are taking a look at projects, it needs to create a form of passive income for us, for the fund. Because again, we are themed for passive income. And since we do not want to swing trade projects for a quick buck or a quick flip, we are looking for this long-term potential in projects. What about a group to share projects and discuss about them? 100B holders can join. We've been thinking about such a, like, let's say, a shilling group, yeah, which means, all right, people can just put in their ideas there from the community side, but I would not restrict it to a certain amount of holdings, because then again, some people are just not able from the financial side to afford 100 billions, yeah, which maybe seems not a lot, but then again, if we are including the community, we should be including everyone, so give everyone the possibility for it. But just let us know if you would like, because right now we are doing it the way people are just DMing one of the team, we are collecting the projects and then we are vetting them or try to vet them if the team is available for the vetting. Yeah, that's also one part. But let us know, like right now in the chat, if you would like a group which is only there for potential investment discussions and stuff like this. Well, I'm open. I think the whole team is open for something like that. I think it would be a very, very simple way of keeping the overview about these suggestions. Remember, guys, 96% of swing traders lose money in the long term. Yeah, this is why the fund is actually not swing trading or day trading. Yeah, it is a profession which is not easy to master, I can tell you. You can get lucky one time, you can get lucky 2 times, 3 times, but at some point people which have no control because they are not having this professional approach to it, they are getting greedy and then they start to lose money. I think better when every holder can share projects per DM with one of you. No shilling group, please. Okay. Okay. It wouldn't be like a open shilling group. Yeah, it would still be a private group. So people could join from our community per private link. This is like the first idea I would have for something like this. So not that any bots can join in and just spam the project. Yeah, this would not be good, and also not like a sort of a shilling group, but more of a suggestion group there, which is only dedicated for potential investments and all that stuff. We can do this in Discord. Yes, Discord has good possibilities for this one. Idea, yes, with the form on the website. But then again, this is something where the projects themselves can apply for. This is the point we want to reach in the future. Just giving a quick or finishing quickly the fundamentals because we only have 15 minutes left. So right now this is the very early distribution. This is changing a lot. This is changing already. This will change a lot in the future. This was just the easiest way to start the fund, because then again, we do not have unlimited funds available. Yeah, we do not have millions of dollars ready from the start. We are basically building this fund from scratch. Yeah, like literally from scratch. It started with $0 in it. Yeah, right now, early allocation. I won't go over it because this is changing a lot. We have been sticking early on to the BSC space because it was the easiest way to invest, especially early on. Right now we are getting ready. This was the last poll we took with the cross-chain investments and the risk management to actually start it with investments into Bitcoin, Ethereum, Matic, and Algorand. And then, of course, having access to, for example, the Ethereum chain through our Ethereum holdings. So this will or is coming in the very, very, very near future. But then again, we need some, like a little bit more funds collected for this one, and then we are ready to go. All right. Also be aware that this fund is not only or will not only be used for for project investments on the crypto space. We are looking into a lot of different stuff like yield farming, property on the metaverse. This is a fun question. What about some long-term investments in some NFTs? I think an investment in some quality fine art NFTs would send the NFT community crazy for banks. Yes, I'm definitely aware of the fact, and we have or are discussing this part already, because the thing is with the NFTs, I know there are some NFTs which provide some sort of passive income. I am aware of this one. But then again, this is like the problem with the actual fund in the way it is set up or should be set up, like the main goal of the fund. That we are looking for the passive income. If you can understand me here. So if let's say just if we are investing $20,000 into different fine art NFTs, for example, yeah, then it would be $20,000 which are there not generating any form of income unless they are increasing in price, and then we would be able to sell them for a profit. So this would be the only source of income. And we want, let me just quickly jump into this one, yield distribution. We want to give a sustainable form of income here. So, for example, we invest into, let's just say Evergrow coin, and Evergrow coin is on a constant base generating BUSD rewards for us. Just as an example, very, 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 very simple example. And then we can distribute the yield in form of the BUSD rewards to every single holder, like 75% of the yield here. If we are getting into NFTs, which I can understand, yeah, the approach you have there, the NFT community is very, very strong. But it would force us to actually trade the NFTs. And this is like the thing which we initially didn't want to implement into the fund. Yeah, of course, we will take profits if, for example, an ICO is going hard on the chart and making a 20, 30, 40x. Yeah, of course, we will take some profits out there, but in a reasonable way. But we will still keep the majority of the wallet we DCA'd into. We will still keep the majority of the wallet because we want this source of income constantly on a constant base. But I am aware, I'm not that much into NFTs. It seems like you are, Blaine. So if you are aware of NFTs, which are, for example, giving a bonus to staking if you are actually holding the NFT. For example, because I'm aware there are some projects out there doing this stuff, then please let us know, because this would be a combination we could make for the fund with NFTs, but still going down the passive income route. And this again is something like the fund is not set into stone. Yeah, this is not, we are doing this way and this way is the right way. No, it wouldn't work this way in the crypto space at all. Yeah. I hope you could follow my approach there. Of course, this would not, or is not, the only thing which will be added into our ecosystem. So it wouldn't surprise me if we would, for example, see a community fund in which some part of the taxes are getting into, which is only dedicated in collecting fine art NFTs. Yeah, just as an example. Yeah. This would be something, why not? Yeah. This is part of crypto, of ecosystem, of creating wealth also. As we can see, especially with NFTs, yeah. So yeah, why not? Yeah. All right. What Putin? Putin. Oh, I think I have to rewatch the 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 talk Putin has right now. Okay. Hope I could give a little bit of background information, insights. Yeah. Give me a second. Yeah, yeah. But still, Blaine, there are NFTs which I know which give you, for example, a bonus to holding or to staking or something like this. But I think if you go into NFTs also, it should be like either you go into this very, very utility heavy NFTs, or you go into this very good artwork of NFTs. Yeah, I think there is no like middle in between. And either you focus a lot on the very heavy utility side, or on the very nice artwork side. But then again, yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if we see like a collection being set up for our business. Yeah, only for NFTs. It wouldn't surprise me at all. Let's invest in guns. Yeah, there is a bad boy fund for this stuff, like in the financial world. I'd more the artwork side of things. It's like an investment in the actual person, artist, rather than the. Yes, yes, that's true. That's true. It's more of an investment in the person itself. But then again, this is like art in the real world. I know there are a lot of people which say NFTs are like not my approach. I can simply copy paste them. Yeah, no, you can't. Of course, you can use the picture itself, but it is the same for real art again. For example, the Mona Lisa. Yeah, you can buy a copy of the Mona Lisa and you can just simply hang it on your wall, but it is not the Mona Lisa, and this is like the very important part in art. What was the starting MC? $80,000 market cap Kiwi Whale. We did start with a roughly 70, no, not roughly, it was a 70 BNB hard cap pre-sale on Pink Sale, which did lead to a rough $80,000 market cap. I'm not sure if you are in the AMA, but yeah. Okay, hold it. I also answered it in the chat. Um, yeah, where have I been? With the whole NFT art thing. But then again, you would not be in possession of the real original Mona Lisa. And this is the thing which is very, very important for NFTs. Of course, you can copy paste them, but you are not the actual owner of the NFT. And this is what makes them art. Yeah, just as art in the real world, it's the same as art in the digital world. And NFTs, especially if you have a good artist there, they can be very crazy, very crazy. And a lot of collectors out there, yeah, for actual NFT art and something like this. So again, as I said, it would not surprise me if we would have a NFT collection as a community in the future. Yeah. You seem to have a better understanding than many on NFTs. I think the main problem in the NFT space is that people say, "Oh yeah, I can simply copy the picture and then use it." But then again, people need to understand this is how art works. You can also buy a copy of the Mona Lisa, but it is not the real Mona Lisa. And this is what makes the very, very big difference. The very big difference. Because you can copy the Mona Lisa like in detail. Yeah, you would not be able to see the difference between the fake, or let's say not fake, but the copy and the original Mona Lisa. But it's just the ownership making the difference. Yeah, it's this whole collector side. Why are people willing to pay like thousands or millions of dollars for stamps as a stamp collection? Because they are, yeah, collecting the stamp. And if there are not a lot of these very valuable stamps out there, then people will pay a ton of money to get their hands on exactly this um, stamp. This is just this whole thing. There are people which are dedicated into collecting and all of this stuff. There are people which actually support the artists, and this is always the thing. Also for NFTs, it is just the most modern way of collecting art, I would say. Um, bup, 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 bup. All right. Yeah, yeah, just a little bit of a NFT talk here because yeah, at some point you can get both sides of the people. Yeah, the people saying, "Hey, I can just copy paste them," but then again, you can also get the other side of the people, and I think the side of the people um, telling NFTs are valuable and I like NFTs. I think the side is a lot bigger, as we saw. Yeah, let's say in the past 12 months, NFTs literally exploded. So yeah, again, it wouldn't surprise me if the company BanerksDream, or not a company, the community of BanerksDream would start off a NFT collection. Yeah, which would be a nice way. But then again, of course, we need to think somehow a good way, um, to reward the holders back. Yeah, if we are investing into NFTs, then we would again need to think of a way how can the community again participate in the collection itself. Maybe something like a lottery, for example. Yeah, so giving away NFTs to the community. This would, for example, be a nice way. But again, yeah, need to think of different possibilities we could do. What NFT are not fundable is if you have a pocket. Yes, yeah, yeah, of course. Yeah, this is how art works. This is basically how art works. But bup, 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 bup. Oh, oh, it's going into a gun, and the world is earning. Yeah, I think this is no secret. With all the guns and war, a lot of money is being made there. Okay. Do we have questions, additional questions? Because then again, like the limit is hit now, and I need to talk to the dev for for the future things. When sell grandma? I won't sell my grandma, but if you want to sell your grandma for banks, do it. Already sold. Oh no. All right, people. As you all know, I really love the AMAs, but short on time, very short on time today. A lot of stuff going on in the background. Talked a little bit about the future things, the things we are currently working on, what or the things we are spending a ton of money on at the moment. And I think it gave you all a little bit of insight. Oh, there was one more question. Um, do we want to make a wallet? Yeah, we are thinking about possibilities. Then again, we had some very, very, very nice ideas in the community for a wallet. For example, implementing a news feed into the wallet for crypto news or something like this. Yeah, so it is not only the next wallet you can use next to Trust Wallet and MetaMask, yeah, because it's hard to compete with Trust Wallet and MetaMask. You always need to bring your unique value into it, or it is not worth to actually spend the money on it. Yeah, this is like the approach we have. We need to create value for companies, for holders, and then of course, then we can use it. Yeah, this is like also the idea behind the fund. With the fund and the actual participation in the distribution, the holders are having a value of the fund. Yeah, because at some point, especially at bigger sizes, it will start to distribute yield. Then again, other businesses, they have a value in the fund. Because which business would not like to have a investment of a fund which is aiming for long-term holding? Yeah, we won't dump on their chart. They can be sure of this one. So we are creating value for holders, we are creating value for businesses. And this is the approach we are taking. We want to be, you will see this a lot changing in the future, especially with the name going out, the people learning that this is not just only a meme coin, yeah, this is actually creating utility, like actual utility, not just the next staking, not just the next launch pad, but we are creating value. This is a very important part. We are creating value. And this is a very serious approach. Not just copy pasting and just putting our name on it and then launching with it. Yeah, you need to create value for businesses and investors. And then I can tell you, you are set up to moon very hard. Exactly, money. This is like our company ethos. Creating value, multiple passive income streams. But then again, I'm already looking forward, yeah. In like roughly 2.5 weeks, when all the development is done for the website, for the fund display, for the voting system, for the swap, in which creates a very easy way to buy our token, for a lot of different things, yeah, a lot of revamping going on, and then going into the live event in Zug. I can tell you we are very hyped for this, very, very hyped. All right, but need to cut it off. I'm just, yeah, going over my time again and again. Thank you all for participating, and I hope we will hear each other again. And if you are watching it on YouTube, also everyone have a nice day in whatever time zone you're sitting in. And yeah, have a good one, people. Thank you. Thank you all for participating.